Hey everybody, Brian here for Work to Game, and I am so excited. The Final Fantasy XIV 2017 Keynote FanFest has just concluded. We've got a lot of details to talk about. Oh man, this is going to be great. So I'm going to try to go over the details, include the various screenshots that we've captured from the event, and give my opinion for everything that we've just seen. So let me know in the comments below what you're most excited about. There's a lot to cover. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So the keynote opens with obviously the trailer that we've seen so far, except for we get more. They expand out to show off that Almingo, and then we go overseas to the nation of Othard. So we're gonna not only be liberating Almingo, but we're gonna be liberating Doma as well. So some speculated on this at some point in the past. This is really exciting and really surprising. So they show off a lot of islands, show off going underwater, a bubble city as well. It was really spectacular to see this expansive area. Now, my first thoughts on this is that, does that mean we're going to also see more than 6 areas from what they kind of showed off? And I'll get into it. They showed off 3 new areas with kind of some in-game footage and some screenshots and some art. And I'm like, that looks great. And then you take that on top of the areas they've already shown us, and it's like, man, there seems to be a lot going on. So no word yet on an official confirmation of the number of new areas that we're getting, but it seems to be quite diverse and exciting. Then obviously in the trailer, they're showing off Samurai. So the new job, which is confirmed, is Samurai. So a lot of people speculated on it. They had it in the, like some people kind of data mined, and then there was a quest that talked about Samurai. So for all you Samurai fans out there, you're correct. So I'm super exuberant for you, especially because Samurai is not a tank. It is a melee DPS. And they did express some concern where, like, well, the queues are going to be messed up. And they were like, well, from our numbers and our stats, it shows that Final Fantasy 14 players who went and played, like Dark Knight, went back. So they didn't really add on any new tanks to the game with Heaven's Word. So they're going to work on the balance with the current 3 tanks, and hopefully find ways to encourage people to play those as well. So what do you guys think of Samurai being a DPS? I think from the visuals they showed off, from the how they talked about how it's going to function, storing up energy in your katana, being able to do various attacks. So we had essentially what they call the snow, moon, and flower abilities, and being able to chain those together. From a gear sharing perspective, it's going to share gear with the monk. So I know he said that ninjas can breathe a sigh of relief out there. So they're not going to be competing for gear that way. The tentative starting level for this is also level 50, just like that with Red Mage. So to recap, the 2 new jobs we're getting with Stormblood are Red Mage and Samurai. This is pretty exciting stuff. Both DPS classes. We're going to see how that affects the queues. I know that I'm going to be playing my tank, so that's not going to change me from tanking. But what they showed off with the katana and with the emotes are really quite astounding. And also to include this in the CGI trailer was quite substantial. It shows a fight commencing and just the sheer power of the samurai. So all in all, really good stuff right here. So then also in the trailer they show off Yugiri, and then a new character, Gosetsu, which apparently is going to appear in the part 2 of 3.55's story. This Gosetsu is a samurai. Obviously Yugiri is a ninja, and they say Yugiri is going to play a key central role in this, obviously because her people came over from Doma, and one of the aspects of us going in and trying to liberate Doma is both ecstatic, exciting. Man, I am just unbelievably pumped for this. This is totally surprising, and I'm so excited that we're going to see all new areas. So from here, just like I figured they would, they did a brief recap of everything that they've announced so far. And so there's really not going to be much that we're going to get into. They did talk again about dropping PS3 support, so there is that. And they did remind people of the upgrade campaign. So if you are on PS3, you can upgrade to PS4 the game for free. Obviously, you don't get a PS4 for free, but they did talk about that. And the minimum PC specs being raised. Make sure that you're running a 64-bit OS. There's going to be things that you're just going to want to experience with the graphic power increase, inventory expansion, and all of that. No word on any Xbox One release, which was very disappointing in my opinion. You might not share that, but nothing of that nature. Then they showed off a new city area, Kugane. And this is going to be a new player city as they described it. It's not going to necessarily let us in right away, but the port's going to be open, so there's going to be some story elements to us getting in. Now, it's a port city on a kind of an island area. No, it doesn't seem like this is directly connected with Othard, but it's on the way to it. That's at least what I gathered from the information they've given us. I could be wrong. I'm going to have to study the map a little bit more in that regards. But again, just seeing that world map expand was exciting and thrilling, especially when you read about these areas in the lore book. It's really cool to start to see those come together. So then they showed off and talked about one of the new areas called the Ruby Sea. And this has a new beast tribe, the Kojin, and they're like a turtle-like race that's really good with communication and trading. They believe that various objects hold various deities, and they like to collect very powerful objects that they believe contain these deities, but they are also believe that one god is above them all. And so the new primal is Sasano, and the image of this looks incredible. It's just and it's a new unique primal, unique to Final Fantasy XIV. So this is just like Ravana. This was created in and for the world of Final Fantasy XIV. So Lakshmi and Susano, and Lakshmi being from Final Fantasy VI and maybe a few others as well, but that's what's coming off the top of my head. And then they showed off another area, and I'm going to probably butcher the name, Yanexa. And this is connected into the area of Doma itself. So it looks fantastic. The last new area they showed off is the Azim Steppe. And this is where nomad tribes of Ora, run around, and it's just this big open plains area, very green, very. It just looks incredible and very exciting to kind of see this area. I'm very much looking forward to being able to explore it as well. So then from here they talked about the fourth residential area. So the new residential area is going to be Shirogane, and it's connected with Hingashi. So a lot of Far Eastern themed names here, and I apologize especially for anybody out there who's who's very good at pronouncing these things. I am not, but they showed off the various Eastern themed houses, and they said that while this is going to be the new residential area, it's not going to be immediately available for acquisition on day one. They want people to play the game. They want people to experience the story, to level Samurai or Red Mage without the need to feel like day one they need to be in there and go buy their spot of land. They then also confirmed that there's going to be some kind of moving feature. So for free companies, they're going to make it easier to move your house from one to the other, which is very exciting. And obviously needed in my opinion. So that was really exciting. And lastly, they brought Nobuo Uematsu on the stage. He's the kind of the father of Final Fantasy music, to talk about the theme Revelations, which they played and talked about. Susan Calloway's performing. She's kind of the voice of Hydaelyn for the world of the game, so it just makes sense to have her also being the voice behind this new song. They played a bit of it. It's much longer. They kind of cut it off, but it's exciting. So for anybody out there at FanFest, they can meet Nobu, be able to get a signature and things like that. I know Andrew from Gamer Escape, he's out there. Hopefully he'll be able to get some of his items signed as well. So that pretty much kind of sums up the keynote. So again, we've got Samurai. It looks fantastic. Whole new areas to explore, and so it's just we're going beyond Eorzea and really exploring the new continent, Othard. So we're leaving our main continent. I really want to know what you guys are most excited about. I know a lot of debate whether it was going to be Samurai or Blue Mage. That is now put to rest. Samurai is the clear victor here. And so I know there's also a lot of people who were wanting Samurai but didn't want them to be a tank. So obviously no tanks, no new tanks coming in, but they mentioned the battle system changes, which they haven't gone into great detail. They should be getting into more detail. I'm wondering if at the live letter tomorrow they're going to get into more details about that, or if we're going to have to wait till March, April, May as a part of a marketing campaign or something like that. But all in all, guys, this is great. I want to know what you're most excited about, what you're most surprised about in the comments below, and let's have that conversation. And thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you hopefully in my next video. Take care. Hey, it's me. Thanks so much for watching this video. You should click here to subscribe and here to maybe check out some more of our videos. So again, thanks for watching. We hope you like this video. We hope you subscribe and join our community. Let us know in the comments below what you think, and we'll see you next time.